Become a podcast buddy now and get exclusive access to the new podcast episodes. You can find more information about this on my website schulze-kopp.de.
Welcome to this podcast.
Water Polo Expert Talk. Get the insights.
Cool. Yeah. So we continue with the next guest here in the podcast, and today we have a guest from Malta. So Karl, welcome to the podcast. It's great to have you here.
Thanks,
so
Andy.
maybe at the beginning. So I would like hand it over to you. So for a short introduction by yourself. So for the few people who don't know you.
I don't know if I'm so well known all over you. Firstly, thank you very much for your invitation. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here and to discuss with you some important and interesting themes, especially about water polo in such a small country like ours, which obviously, as many know, have 500,000 inhabitants. Obviously, it's a very popular touristic place, so we are invaded by foreigners. So it's something which also is something. It's a tourist attraction. So even though we're small, I suggest that many people should get to know our country. My name is Karl. So I'm 54 years old. I've started as a player with Slima, the local club, and I played for till I was 31. Played 91 times with the Maltese national team, then passed on to coaching. Started off coaching with local clubs. Obviously, I did my study period as 8 years with top coaches in Malta, even foreigners, as assistant coach to them, and then obviously took on the career as a first team coach with St. Julian's Sirens in Malta, and obviously then from 2013 I was appointed national coach of Malta for 10 years, where we managed also to qualify for 4 times as national team for European Championships, a feat we had never obviously done before. And from 2022, November 2022, I have become the Federation ASA, which is Aquatic Sports Association of Malta, the president for the Aquatic Sports Association of Malta, which obviously is not only water polo. It's also it's four disciplines. It's swimming, water polo, artistic swimming, and open water swimming. That is a brief introduction of me. Obviously, I have started this new venture as president. I'm very excited. I'm changing quite some things in local aquatic sports. And last but not least, as you well know, our national team, men's national team, had managed to qualify for European Championships the last weekend. So we'll be going also for the 5th time to Israel.
Yeah. So congratulations to that. Yeah. So, but by the way, what we heard so far sounds like an very interesting and career, water polo career, which is ended now really to be ahead of something at the end. Yeah. So you're really responsible not only for water polo, because I think for somebody like you coming from water polo, it's also some kind of interesting to see. Okay, there's something else like water polo, even in Malta. Yeah, saying okay, we have also open water swimming or athletic swimming. People around here. So Is this something you really recognized? Maybe not the first time, but now you're responsible also for these kind of people.
Yes, of course. I was only a water polo person, but now obviously I'm indulging myself into these three new other disciplines. Obviously, as you well know, we have very nice sea, so open waters is very popular in Malta. Swimming, we've just maybe you do not follow, but we've just finished now the games for the small states of Europe. Where we managed to win 4 gold medals, in total 19 medals, which was the best ever for us. So I am proud of that too. And artistic is getting on the move as well. It's it's a nice sport. It's a high level sport. So but we're getting we have top coaches here for the national team, for the clubs. But eventually we can talk about that, about my view of how to get the sports to a better level in our such a small island. We are small. We are, but one good thing about this, Andy, is that about our good results is that we managed to get the authorities, the government moving. So we now have three pools, but we are inaugurating in the next month our first Olympic size indoor pool. We never had an indoor pool. You might say, why do Maltese need an indoor pool? Yes, we need an indoor pool because November, December, January are not so sunny months.
So I could really imagine that.
But it's good. We're on the move.
And when we talk about really then the or your vision or your idea to develop also water polo and all the other sports on Malta, maybe you can give us a little bit more insight about the league of Malta. So because I guess you have a league, and then so many people are talking also about the summer league of Malta. So is it the same? Is it different? So it's also for me coming from the water polo community somehow. Not confusing, but it's not so clear maybe because it's not really on the daily.
I will explain to you and who's listening to this interesting podcast some more information. So our league, not like other European leagues, is played in summer. Okay, so we play usually from the day of 2 days after the final 8 final. And it goes on till beginning of September. By that, we mean we managed to get to Malta top foreign players. The top foreign players are loaned for the summer season. So when I say top foreign players, are foreign players that do not go with their national teams, of course, because there are European and World Championships during summer. Players who tend to have 1 year of rest from the national team because they would like to participate in the Maltese League. Why do they want to participate in the Maltese League? I can tell you that. First of all, it's just it's like a part-time job for them. Secondly, they can come alone or with their families and enjoy our beautiful island. So I won't tell you it's stressless, but it is a very nice league. We managed to get the top players. For example, at the moment, Neptunes have Filipovic and Ivovic. St. Julian's have Younger and Djokovic. Slima have Kolod and Berlinovic. So we have top players. It's like getting the top of the top and playing in Malta. It's a nice league. Obviously, the first games are not so interesting because it's placing games, and after that, we end up in end of August with top games, top 2 teams, which will play it out of the best of 3. And I can assure you that in those games, we managed to attract 4,000, 5,000 people per final. So we also have our live streaming of that. So people can watch it all over. It's top level water polo. And by that, we managed to increase the strength of our national team as well. So the players that are playing with these top players get more experience, Andy, and they managed to play top level water polo as well. So I think that really helps for us in getting good results. So I encourage people who really like water polo, who really want to watch some good water polo, to come to Malta, to follow us on our on ASA YouTube page where there are the live games. So I think it's something interesting. It's very, very interesting. Very interesting.
And also when you mentioned that also there's a benefit for the national team or for the young players and not so experienced players, maybe to play with these experiences and good foreign players. What about the status at the moment of the national team? So you were also in Berlin with the national team, and you were also previously the head coach of the national team. So for 10 years, I guess. 10 years.
Yes, I was coach for 10 years, Andy. Obviously now I have engaged a very good top Montenegrin coach, Milan Cirovic, who's assisted by one of my ex-national team players, Niki Lanson. He's here on full-time basis. You know, he is head of all the technical team, so he is also in charge of. So it is very nice to tell you also that with our national teams we managed to qualify with the under 15s men, 17 men and women, and obviously the senior team we've just managed to qualify last weekend, where we lost a very good game against Germany 10-5 15-10 sorry. We lost against Germany in Berlin with 15-5, so it was a good improvement. We had a very good game. Obviously, we're playing in front of our home crowd, so that might have given a better effect to our team. But I'm very happy. We managed to beat Bulgaria 22-4 and managed to beat also 14-7 a strong Ukrainian team, which usually we were at a par with. But I think this shows that our national team, even though with an average age of 21.5, 22, has managed to go on a new era. I'm telling after my era, of course, with the new coach, which I have given a contract for the next 3 years. The future is nice. The future is nice. We have strong young players coming up, and I think players that play abroad. I have one player playing in Jadran Herceg-Novi in Montenegro. I have one playing will play with Partizan. Others play in Italy. So I think that is the secret of it all as well. While we don't have our summer competition, they are playing in winter competitions in top leagues, and I think that will help us also improve.
One of the aspects is really then what you're saying, okay, all the players has to play somewhere in other countries where they really compete on a regular basis with high level other teams or high level other players, really to get the personal improvement, personal progress, and also bring this into the whole system of the national team at the end.
Yes, of course. Mind you, we in Malta we have 3 competitions. I will explain. We have an NMED Cup, which runs from November till January. That is where obviously many young players play, where they're given some good visibility as well, you know. And then we have our Winter League, which runs from February till beginning of May. And then obviously the Summer League I spoke to you about, which runs from June till end of August, beginning of September. So the first 2 leagues are without foreigners. The Summer League is of course with 2 foreigners. As from next year, it will drop down to one foreigner. And from the year after, I am already in discussion with the clubs who want to have a longer league, preferably starting from March. Obviously running till mid-August. Why is that? Because we will engage one foreigner for a whole year, and this foreigner will of course maybe not be of such a high level like the ones we are getting, but he can help to be here for a whole year. He can help with the junior nursery. He can help with the club management, you know. So that will obviously, why not? Eventually, can become a Maltese national as well.
Yeah. So it's not really reduced to the sports area. Yeah. So because also maybe to the social communication and all the other aspects around the pool. Yeah. So not really only about the water polo sport as such. So when you switch the responsibilities or the jobs from the active head coach to the let's say official person sitting on the in the crowd. So
Yeah.
how difficult is it for you?
Very,
Yeah, so
very difficult. I
very.
can.
So it's not so
Yes,
easy, right?
I think you have seen me in action in Berlin when we had watching the Malta. Andy, it is very difficult to transfer from coach to official. I'm obviously learning now. I have to calm down. Okay, not the coach anymore. But it's not easy. It's not easy. I can tell you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. I think the transition is not that easy. But I am working on that. But I have
I'm sure.
my I have full faith in my technical stuff now. Obviously, my job has become has become bigger, and as I told you before, not only the swimming community is big as well. So
Yeah.
it's not only the water polo community, and also open water and artistic is getting bigger too. My aim is to have as many many members in our clubs, many participants in our tomorrow. For example, tomorrow we have our nationals for swimming. It is my pleasure to know that we have already 500 500 entries taking part. 500 different swimmers, which is a very good number for Malta. So I have embarked on new committees. First, very important safeguarding committee in my federation, where we treat obviously human cases, bullying, and obviously other harassments and things. That is one very important committee I have set. I have set another education committee. What is this? In education, we lack in Malta for swimming and water polo. We lack who is able to coach. Who has the certification to coach. So we're working on that. And from September we start our coaching courses, both for swimming, water polo, and also for artistic. And well, last but not least, I'm looking at changing also the statute of the federation, where we have some laws that are quite ambiguous. For example, the parameters, leaving the transfer parameters, the junior parameters, the disciplinary code. So I'm working on that with another committee. So I'm keeping myself and my team busy. I'm involving a lot of people with me. I'm involving people who were with me in the national team, who love the game of water polo, love swimming. So maybe in the previous administration weren't given so much importance. I am a fanatic, Andy. I want to work with everyone. I want who can help. Obviously, we don't have the big money, so it is mostly on voluntary basis. But people are helping. People want to be integrated. People want to help. People love the aquatics. So, I in my recent interview on TV, I said I think all I can say that we are on the right track. So for all disciplines. There's a lot to be done. We are a small country. We have limited resources. So, but I'm a doer. I never I give up, Andy. So I think it we want to get to the next level.
Yeah. So it sounds like so many actions and so many activities and projects at the end for you and your countries are really popping up right now, and you are really starting so much projects at the end with the involvement of so many people. And as you say, so it's more important to ask the people, because then the people say, okay, I'm willing to help, and I'm okay, and I'm fine to help, and I'm here to help. But then they have a direct impact on the result. So in this case, most of the people say, okay, it's fine with me anyway if I get any money, funding, budget, or whatever. So even if there's no money, it's also fine with me because I have an impact.
Yes. Many volunteers want to help. Obviously, I'm working also on the financial aspect, because we need to be funded by sponsorships. So okay, our own income is maybe gate money during the summer league, but that's not enough. To, as you well know, to travel for water polo, it's big expense. We have been to Romania.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're going to Montenegro with the under-15s. We're going to Manisa for the under-17s, juniors and women, and girls. And we just went to Bulgaria with this senior national team women. So it's a constant expense, but I'm working hard. I'm working hard with the authorities. I'm getting sponsors, big sponsors, small sponsors. Every penny counts. I think we really need to work on this. I have applied also to host some European competitions next year, and maybe hopefully one World Aquatics competition. We're waiting for the reply. That will help us also generate some money for our association as well. We never stop. So I think the vision is big. We have a lot to do. I'm looking forward to this new job.
Yeah. So it sounds not so boring and not so.
Thank you.
So they are not so sad.